She is extremely smart. This is a very smart human being, and I am very impressed. Um, it's like a computer. Anything you feed into it, it will have an algorithm. Uh, but Olga's algorithms are not pre-programmed. So whatever whatever you need from her, she's got it. My name is Anna Weltman. I'm up in Canada right now, and I'm actually a master's degree student from my school in San Diego. And I'm also a sports psychology performance consultant. And I'm also a yoga teacher. I'm also a stand-up paddleboard teacher. I teach languages, and what else do I do? A million other things. I wanted to give a quick testimonial today about my wonderful mentor, coach, teacher, and caring friend, Olga Kostrova. I had a very difficult situation over a year ago now, and I had been seeing someone who ended up cheating on me, and I found out second-handedly, and even after had been done, he continued to behave in a way as if nothing ever happened, in not expecting that I'd find out. I actually found out from the other woman to whom he lied as well about being single. So when the story came to a head, I let him go, and I was extremely shattered and extremely hurt, and I was in a state of not only mistrusting him, but also myself, my choices, my decisions, my ability to trust myself, my ability to do what's best for myself in terms of gut feelings that say don't do this or don't do that. I had completely ignored all of that, and so I was angry at myself and disturbed and distrustful and hurt and brokenhearted and everything you could think of, frustrated in life. This took a really big toll on me, and I reached out looking for some help, and I came across Olga. I read an article she wrote, thought it was very interesting and appealing, and I looked at the author, found her name, clicked back into the link, and found a video that I watched on, just a real short clip that she did, and she really spoke to me. Her manner and her way of being very natural and being very real, it really appealed to me, and it really made me trust her, and I felt that she's not putting on any airs. She's not trying to show herself as one way or another, and she's not sticking to some kind of rigid, this is how you do things in every situation. It was very authentic, and I was drawn to that, so I contacted her. And I saw that she also had a couples business. They were coaching for couples who had their own business together, which is something that I was drawn to most of my life, so I thought this would be someone to get to know. I began working with her. We dealt with the immediate issues, which were my emotional situation and trying to make some heads or tails of what had happened and where to go next. And what followed was an amazing uncovering and discovery and exploration, and just going into some amazing places together that allowed me to open up and see parts of me and learn about them and take some steps. And always she did this in a way of extreme acceptance and non-judgmental sort of discussion. She wanted me to tell her what really I did. She wanted me to be honest, and she didn't want things hidden, and she didn't want me to try to put on some kind of good impression or appearance for her. She wanted to know what I did wrong. She wanted to know where I screwed up. She wanted to know whatever, but she didn't do it in a way of saying, where'd you screw up? She did it in a way of allowing it to come out of me and saying, so what happened there? Oh, that's okay. That's what happened. Okay. So then what we do with this is, and we essentially just dealt with it in a very gentle way. For any number of things that I had gone through. And believe me, I was up and down for at least 6 months with regards to getting over this relationship. And then we began to also look towards my future, which was I wanted to get my business going, my sports psychology consulting business. And she began to address a lot of things in that area. And so I'll tell you in a moment about some of the amazing results and rewards. But I'd just like to emphasize that her way of building rapport with people is so natural and so in tune to the person she's dealing with in front of her. We do our sessions on Skype, and she wants to see my face and my body language, and she wants to see my posture, if I'm low or down, or if I'm full of energy, or if I'm, she reads these things, and she converses appropriately, and she is never fake, and she is never by some kind of book of a manual of how to coach people. She'll pull things out of the hat that I don't expect, because that's what is needed at the time. She is so present with the client, with me. That is a gift. There are not very many people, who you can hold their attention. They're genuinely interested. They're genuinely entwined in the conversation you're having. They're not waiting to, interject the next thing they want to say. They're actually listening. Many people are not like that. Olga is like that. And she takes that opportunity to listen. And then she has, on top of that, an amazing mind, an amazing brain, and she is extremely smart. This is a very smart human being, and I am very impressed. It's like a computer. Anything you feed into it, it will have an algorithm. But Olga's algorithms are not pre-programmed. So whatever you need from her, she's got it. That's the best way I can describe it. She has an amazing and friendly and caring husband, and I have felt completely at ease in the presence of both of them. So then, as I said, we moved over towards business coaching and helping me begin to see how I can begin to make money. And I was going from being a completely broke grad student with a little bit of skills here and there that I wasn't really using. After I had spent a decade in high tech and making big money in Silicon Valley, when I went back to grad school, I went back to nothing. And I lost a lot of connection to my own untapped skills and know-how. And she helped bring that back out of me. And we got me into some major time management efficiencies that I was not, using, and that helped a lot. And it took time. It takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, but you need to work at it. So if you are working with a coach, you need to do your part, and you need to make an effort, and you need to want to do it. And I really wanted to do it. And sometimes when I failed and didn't do the required actions that I was supposed to take that week, or I came up short, or I just fell off the boat, I wasn't paying attention to my studies, and I wasn't paying attention to my job hunting and everything, I still we just picked up where I was, and we said, okay, let's carry on and let's take it from here. I didn't get admonished. I didn't get punished. I didn't get thrown out as a client. I didn't get criticized. And a lot of us have, wounds from childhood that can get triggered in these kind of situations. And so I think Olga's very aware of how our dynamics work and how our hearts and brains help bring us to the point we are today, and some of those defense mechanisms we take to protect ourselves from rehearsing and refeeling the pain that we had in the past. She's very wary of that, and she never, a few times on purpose we would bring it up so that we could deal with it, but she doesn't step on your toes when you are barefoot. Let's just say that. So she's a great person, a great, considerate, caring person and thoughtful and smart, and I can't stress that enough. So I think she can solve any problem, and she just needs the cooperation of me and of the client. So where have gone from was zero income over the course of about 6 months to having about 3 or 4 different yoga gigs and getting myself hired at various other places to teach different things. And then I began to understand how to more effectively manage my time. So I would begin to let go of lesser paying things as I brought in more highly paying things. And I also began to have faith that if I fill up my plate with stuff that's minor and not close to my goal, I'm just going to stay there. I need to sometimes let go of things and make room for other things. And that takes a lot of trust and a lot of faith and a lot of belief in yourself, which I didn't have any. And so I had to build that up. So that's part of the process. And that has absolutely proven itself to be a success. I am busy every day. I began to bring myself outward to approach people, and that was the hardest part for me. She taught me how to speak to people. She taught me mock conversations, how to have discussions with people. We did sort of back and forth dialogues where she could show me what I could have said instead, and just gave me these ideas. And the more ideas you get in your head, I may not necessarily repeat them exactly, but they're now in my conscious realm, and I can pull from my realm and use them, and they're more effective than what I had before in the realm. So she's really populated my library, let's say, in my mind, and I'm able to now use more effective techniques and approach people. And as a result of that, I have been approaching prospects and turning some into clients, and I am still working with some of them now and always adding on more. I began to explore how to make it easier for people to get to me and how to make it easier for people to say yes, they'd like to work with me. And next thing you know, I've got a handful of clients, and I've got a handful of yoga classes and a handful of stand-up paddle classes and teaching various things here and there, always keeping busy. And I'm watching the numbers grow. I like to track my finances, so I'm keeping track of that, and I'm seeing those numbers grow and grow and grow. And that is amazing. And the more work I put into it, the more those numbers will grow. And the more work I put into it, the more I will be able to reach out to more people, come up with more ideas, and then I will discuss with Olga more and more strategies to take things to the next level and the next level. And she also, she makes sure she keeps me where I need to be and not jumping ahead. And I tend to be unfocused and jump all over the place, as a lot of entrepreneurs have that side of their personality working. The other side is they're usually quite focused on one thing and get it done, but to start generating the ideas, so I'm still in that generating ideas mode, and she's kind of harnessing that and helping me not take on too many things and essentially end up getting nothing done. So I'm really loving the work I do with her, and it has gone on for quite a while because I have just found that it is what I needed all these years, what I really needed and could have benefited from. And so I'm taking advantage of it. And the fact that I'm able to make more money all the time means I can continue, and I can continue to get great ideas. And over time, we've also grown a very amazing sort of connection to each other and caring and relationship to a sense of, I feel like a friend. I feel like she's a friend, and I have no hierarchical feeling whatsoever. We're very on the same level. So she's an amazing person. She's always coming up with great new stuff. She's really concerned about making sure that her care gets to the person she's caring for. I highly recommend working with her. You will find results if you are a driven person, even if you're being held back by many things. And believe me, I had so many obstacles, and I have an obstacle almost every week. a family member getting really ill. A lot of people passed away in my last year, and regardless, she's there with you, and if you're determined to not give up, you've got the right partner working with you. So that is my sort of long-winded testimonial about how great it is to work with Olga Kostrova, the coach who helps me in my life.